thing you have control of is yourself and how you own the process of being who you are and projecting it to the world and stepping up and then helping someone else, because we all have skills, we all have natural talents, and we need to cultivate those and use those to help other people, because the karma comes back.
And welcome back to Business Networking Radio right here at WSRadio.com. I'm your host, Jesse Lipscomb. Got a great show today. Joined in studio with Katy Goshtasbi. She is with Dress for Success here in San Diego. Now, as your business, you do personal branding.
Correct.
Okay. You're also a licensed attorney.
Yes.
How are you affiliated with Dress for Success?
I am on the board of directors of Dress for Success San Diego, along with many other fabulous and talented women, and that's how I'm affiliated with Dress for Success.
Now, Katy, what specifically does Dress for Success do? I understand it's a nonprofit.
Absolutely. Dress for Success San Diego is one of over 100 independent, volunteer-driven affiliates of Dress for Success worldwide. And what we do is, here in San Diego and worldwide, is we promote the economic independence of disadvantaged women by giving them a professional attire, a network of support, and career development tools.
Okay, let's break that down. All right, so Dress for Success is about helping build self-esteem.
Absolutely.
Through clothing, or what specifically do you do?
That's why I'm very attached to it, because it goes along with what I do for a living. So if you don't have the professional attire once you've been set up to apply for a job, which is where we pick up. We pick up where social service and job readiness programs leave off. So they refer them to us after they've learned how to interview, and they come to us, and then we have to attire them, because if you don't feel good in what you're wearing, you're not going to perform. The statistics show that over and over again, and that applies to everyone, including economic disadvantaged women. So we put them in the professional attire. We get them suited up in a professional looking boutique, very private. You have one person who's assigned to you. You get your own time slot, and you come and you're treated like the queen for that time. You're there, and we dress you. And then with support, what we do is we have a professional organization where speakers such as myself will come and talk about how to have a good self-image and how to project yourself well, or nutrition, different topics.
Wow, that's amazing. And so you've developed a network already of job readiness and interviewing companies that, first of all, are those government-sponsored entities, or are they own nonprofits? How does that work?
Well, they come from job readiness programs and health and human service agencies across San Diego County, and they come from an agency referral system within those networks in the county. So no, we affiliate with certain areas, and then they come to us that way.
I'm reading off the website here that Dress for Success serves clients by referral only.
Absolutely.
And women must have an interview scheduled before receiving clothing. Now, do they need to give that clothing back? Is it theirs?
Oh, no, it's absolutely theirs. And, if they need more than one outfit, that's fine. We want to make them comfortable. We want to set them up for success. Literally, Dress for Success means that. So, no, everything is free. And, that's why we're a nonprofit, because we are in charge of our own fundraising. Each chapter is, each affiliate is. And so whatever money we bring in goes into purchasing those suits that then we give away complimentary to the women, and including pantyhose and shoes and accessories. It's everything. It's not just the suit.
Where do these referrals come from in terms of, are these women that had been homemakers before that are now trying to get into the workplace? Are they people in transition? They've maybe been laid off? What's kind of the demographic mix of that?
It's a huge mix. As the economy shifted, we've seen a shift as well, but really it's disadvantaged women broadly. For instance, you have lost your home, or your spouse has left you, and you have 3 or 4 children, you lost your job, you've had an illness that's unexpected, or maybe that's been your course throughout your life, and so no one's really stepped up to give you a hand. And You know, we have client success stories that come in all the time from women that see the results, and we get these emails on the board, and it literally brings a tear to your eye that, wow, look what we've done, and this little thing that we're able to do changes lives. And in fact, we have one client who went on to become a famous handbag designer, and she always gives back to the organization. So it's big changes we make through small things that we do.
Now, Dress for Success also has a professional women's group. How does that work?
So that's the professional women's group that I was referring to in terms of we have regular speakers that come in. They talk to you about financial planning. They talk to you about having a professional business brand and image, having good nutrition skills, understanding how to balance your life. That's the other arm that gives these women professional development and program development.
And along those lines, there's also a career center.
Yeah, and that's where we hold the events, at the Career Center.
Wow. So if someone is looking to, if a woman is looking to join the workforce, get back either after having had children or whatever the situation may be, if they're trying to get into the workforce, can they come to Dress for Success directly? Or do they have to start with Health and Human Services or what?
It's the latter. They have to
Yeah.
start with an agency and be referred to us. But, you know, if they don't know where to start, you know, they can always call Dress for Success or get on the website, and we will tell them what they need to do. And in fact, we're moving. We're getting a new location for Dress for Success, which we're very excited about. So come January, we're going to have a new home, and it's going to be downtown, and it's through a partnership with the Family Justice Center here in San Diego. So that'll be a more accessible location so they can take the bus, public transportation down, because that's what we find is a lot of problems. People can't access locations for help.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it seems like there's a lot of social services out in East County because it's very, you know, the bus lines are easy to get there. So if you're going to give advice to a woman who is now in a situation where financially she's hurting, but she wants to provide for her family, she wants to get into the workforce, step by step, what does she do?
Well, first, I want you to own the process and that accept that it's okay where you are and that it doesn't have to be dire straits. Life can turn around, and there are organizations like Dress for Success that are out there to help you. So it's internal at first. You have to build up your self-confidence, and you have to know that it's okay and that you can accomplish it, and there are people out there to help. Then next, what the women can do is they can certainly reach out to organizations like Family Justice Center for assistance or the Health and Human Services, and if they don't know where else to go, they can call Dress for Success directly or hop on our website if they have access even to a library to get to a computer, to an internet access. And from there, then, you know, there's organizations that will give you how to write your resume, what kind of work you're geared to do. There are workshops we do. You know, I do a lot of charitable speaking engagements where I go into these facilities and we talk to women about having a good body image and self-image. And that's where it starts. And after that, we find out what you're qualified for in terms of job skills. And then you get referred back to Dress for Success for that final polish and the professional women's group to teach you to continue that on.
Yeah, I mean, self-esteem is such a big factor in the success for women. I mean, self-esteem, I think, if there's one thing a woman can work on, it's developing a positive self-image, self-esteem with that. And rightfully or wrongfully, I mean, I think the same thing holds true to men, is the clothes we wear project our own confidence. You know, if I'm wearing a t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans, I just feel a certain way, or if I've got a shirt and a tie and a suit, I'm going to feel a different way.
Absolutely. You know, my clients vary. I have large corporate clients and I have male clients and women clients, but it's always the underlying factors the same. To understand your personal brand, you have to have self-confidence and understand who you are. And I ask people to ask themselves two questions every day. What does what you're wearing say about you as a professional and about you personally? And why are you wearing what you're wearing? You know, this isn't about vanity, but really, why are you showing up the way you're showing up? Because it has to do with your life factors. And we all have baggage that we carry around, but we want to minimize how much of that we show to the external world, because then we're also taking care of it for ourselves, where self-confidence comes in.
You're absolutely right. Wow, that's awesome. I'm just going through this step-by-step process you put together. First, you got to own it. Second, you got to ask for help. Because there's a lot of resources out there, but you have to be willing to ask for it.
And say it.
And then you have to develop the skills, habits, and attitudes. That's a line from Joe Verdi, who does a lot of sales training. But really, the skills, habits, and attitudes that you need to be successful, and then implement what you've learned.
Absolutely. You know, in this economy, people think that they don't have control of anything. Things are spinning out of control.
That's a bunch of baloney.
You're right. And it's about ownership. The only thing you have control of is yourself and how you own the process of being who you are and projecting it to the world and stepping up and then helping someone else. Because we all have skills. We all have natural talents. And we need to cultivate those and use those to help other people because the karma comes back around.
You're absolutely right. You can't control your results, but you certainly can control your activities. And if you've got enough of the right activities in the right way, if you're channeling the activities the right way, the results that you're looking for will follow, given enough time and effort.
Absolutely. It's about what you're passionate about, what you're good at.
So if somebody wants to find out more information about Dress for Success, they can go to dressforsuccess.org, type in San Diego for the San Diego location. Are there ongoing workshops, events, or do you just, once you're referred into it, is it a personalized plan? How does that work?
Well, there are ongoing events all the time. So once you're referred into it, we have your information, and we're always making sure we track our clientele, and we are always assisting them. So whatever comes up, we invite them to, and we have annual fundraising events. And we really do appreciate cash donations of any amount, because then we use that to actually purchase the suits and the blouses that go. So, and we also will take donations of new and unopened hosiery, cosmetics, personal care products, costume jewelry, and purses if they're in excellent condition.
And it's an excellent opportunity to give back. After Dress for Success has gotten you, the job that you want, you can come back and do some volunteer work. All right, thanks so much. This is talking about Dress for Success, dressforsuccess.org. You've been listening to Business Networking Radio right here on WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.